This video features a vintage Morse super dial straight stitch machine. It is blue and white two-tone, as you can see. Very, very clean machine. I'm very, very impressed with this machine. It is nothing fancy. It is just a straight stitch machine. It has a 1.10 amp motor, and it is in very, very clean cosmetic condition. It was in its original case. Unfortunately, it was cracked. It was in the vintage wooden case, and it was cracked, and I think that's why it's in such good condition, because it was setting down in the case. Normally the machines have paint loss and damage along the edge of the deck. This machine has no major paint issues. There's a very light ding right here, and there's a light spot back here. I'm not sure exactly what has caused that, but you can't feel it. But as you can see, it has a light silver spot there. Maybe that was even there in the beginning and they clear coated over it. I'm not sure. But this is a very, very impressive machine, as I'll show you in just a minute. It has a 3-level feed dog here, push button. It has reverse, and it has adjustable stitch length and bobbin winder here. And it's just a very nice retro-looking powerhouse of a machine. It uses class 15 bobbins. There. Uses 15x1 needles. Both bobbins and needles can be found at Walmart, Hancock, Joann, or any other store that stocks basic sewing supplies. Nothing expensive or fancy needed to operate or maintain this machine. Never had this model before. It's really cool, and I really like it a lot. I like the looks of it. It's sleek. It looks like it's a workhorse, and it is. The spool pins are retractable on the top. I don't know why there's 2 spool pins, because it is not double needle capable. So maybe that's just to store a second spool of thread, I guess. Okay, show you a little bit about it. And this is not an industrial machine. You'll notice that I listed as a heavy-duty machine. It's not an industrial machine. I don't sell our machines as industrial because they're not. These are domestic machines that are very, very powerful compared to what you can go buy in stores today, because they are all metal and they have a heavier motor. And these machines are already 30 to 40 to 50 years old, and that should be proof positive that they are just indestructible pretty much. They'll last 30, 40, or 50 more years if they're maintained and used correctly. Now, you do get bobbins and a zipper foot with this machine. I forgot to tell you that. It does use just basic low shank screw-on feet and attachments. So, you know, if you wanted to get a ruffler or a binder or anything like that, just basic low shank will work. Now, just let you hear it run, which it is pretty amazing. Super nice and smooth. I'm using a size 18 needle, so I'm making pretty big holes in this fabric. Nice stitch, top and bottom. But I'm using a size 18 needle just for the fact that I'm going to do lots of layers here in a second. Going to start with like 5 layers of an upholstery fabric that might be on your couch or an ottoman, something like that in your house. The machine has very fine adjustment on stitch length. It'll go very tiny and it'll go very long. Perfect stitch on the 5 layers. And this is a different kind of upholstery. It has a rubberized backing, 6 layers of that. You will get these fabric samples with the machine. Listen to that. It's so quiet. Sorry, you can't hardly see the thread, but you will get these samples, like I said. This is 10 layers of denim fabric. 10 layers. Very, very thick. Thick as my finger. 10 layers. Get it up under there, and we will go. Pretty amazing, don't you think? 10 layers. Boom, like it's nothing. Like I said, I am using a size 18 needle with a perfect stitch on 10 layers of denim. This thing is just a monster. How about 14 layers of cotton? You can hear it working a little more on that. 14 layers of cotton. With a perfect stitch. Sorry, that's green on green. I know you can't see it. Let's do like 7 layers of fleece. Fleece can be a real pain because it's kind of stretchy. Seven layers of fleece. Perfect. And last but not least on the list, 4 layers of raw leather. Not sure of the ounce size, but it's pretty decent stuff. Maybe pants, skirt, vest, purse, something. I don't know. It's not saddle leather. It's not bridle leather, but it's pretty decent. 4 layers. And of course, if you're going to do leather or vinyl consistently, you're going to want to maybe invest in a walking foot attachment or roller foot. And it just takes some of the pressure off of the motor and the feed dogs if the walking foot can help the fabric pull through, because it's very rough on the bottom and those teeth of the feed dogs really dig in. So it makes it a little smoother on the motor to have that walking foot to help it along. As you can see, it's not doing a bad job on its own. Perfect stitches. 4 layers of leather. That, once again, is the Retro Workhorse 1.1 amp Morse Super Dial Straight Stitch Sewing Machine.